Hi, Nevaeh here. I have a calling to talk about a divine feminine with a very heavy masculine energy. And I'm going to call on divine angels what we need to know. Here. Okay, I see a story. I see a story of feeling troubles, progression, troubles, and progression. And that's kind of how the cards have displayed. Okay, so here I have the wands, the Six of Wands. Okay, and really what this represents is lack of recognition, failure, and fall from grace. Something didn't work out, I think, with a group of friends or a group of people that you work with. But I get that there's very big doubt in someone's spirit. This is a spirit of doubt in this card. Little confidence, feels that there has not been reward, and really people around you haven't recognized or appreciate your light or your gifts, and it's been exhausting. Part of this has been deep wounding from childhood for this feminine with a very dominant masculine presence. And then we got the Devil reversed, which is excellent progression here when you think about it. Let's have a look there. So this actually represents freedom and revelation. So I think there was a detachment and some success. Some chains were broken about how you felt about yourself and were interpreted by others. That you started the healing journey. And what you're finding is that there's not a flow, right? Everybody has a healing journey that's not linear. It goes up and down, especially when you have acknowledgments about yourself that you weren't really aware of before, right? The subconscious becomes conscious, and it drains you and takes a lot of energy to digest that and how to step forward. And then we got the Page of Cups reversed. And it seems like, we've gone through that cycle, and there's caution here. This is a bit of emotional immaturity. There's some creative blocks, doubting your intuition. You're not in your flow. Maybe somebody shared too much information too quickly. So be very cautious about, are you staying on topic or on the energy vibe that's already currently present? The caution here is that some souls will take your sensitivity and abuse it. And that's the problem right there. So in the wrong hands, this can really, really, really be destructive to you. Okay, so take care, take caution. They say that you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And sometimes it's difficult to pull away from a relationship that has gone on for a long time, and you've sort of allowed the dynamic and finally realized that it's not in your best benefit, or it's not even in the benefit of the other person either, but they might not recognize that yet, or the way that you interact. And then we went back to this piece. So someone has definitely worked on themselves and improving themselves, this feminine, and carrying away those swords, right? Those battles. And some of them have been resolved, but there's still a couple to deal with in the ground. And this person is looking back and going, oh, there's still a little bit more to dive deep into myself and my path and how I'm feeling about myself. So this is a little bit of regret involved here. Regret and owning up to their lives and owning up to maybe their part and how their behaviors didn't benefit a positive path. And there is some remorse that's shown here, which is good. But I still feel that there is a back and forth dynamics pulling you back to feeling that doubt again and into negativity. So this is a card that is take it day by day, step by step. Every day is a new day, and you can start brand new and forgive yourself. There's always lots going on in our lives. If you have families, if you have lots of connections, work is heavy, outside activities, it's a lot to put together. So they're not always every day do you get to address your inner self. And don't forget that some days you just have to drive forward and to make sure you carve out time to self-reflect and to bring more positivity into your life. So definitely on the path of healing, up and down, not a linear healing path, but definitely making progress and in the right direction. And I congratulate you and honor you for that difficult process and that difficult work. If you feel called for a reading, click the link in the bio.